Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Workers and Resources. We're here at Fedora Stand, and a lot of things are coming together. A lot of things are done. We've got quite a bit of work to do to make it work for tourists yet, but I think we're at the point now where we can probably consider starting the process, at least, of getting tourists to have a stay. There's a lot of different buildings in here, and there's a lot of places to live. I've got several buses. They look like this, very similar to in Chernobyl. And their responsibility, their job right now is going back and forth between this bus station, which actually has quite a bit of workers, and this heliport. They're actually stopping at both of these places to bring people from here and bring them over into here. That's by bus. Now, that's not necessarily the best way to do it, but right now we're doing it by bus. And I think I need quite a bit more buses, actually. I'm going to get, let's get 135. Let's do like a couple of these 135s. Like maybe say 3 more. And we're just going to do, again, we're going to have them stop at the bus station. We're not taking students, and then we're just dropping them off at any trolley bus station or the train station or wherever, letting them kind of disperse wherever they want to go in this area to kind of see where we're at with this. We've got a lot of people that need to move, and we have a lot of people that need a job and to need to work and stuff. So I'm hoping that some of these guys who are passengers in these buses decide to stay in this area. I don't know if that's how this works or not, and it may not be, but I'm kind of hoping that that's what happens. So I'm just kind of putting some buses in motion, having them stop at a bus station, and it's a new bus station that I made. Maybe we can have them stop over here and see if they want to work in these areas or if they want to just live in one of these houses, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. We'll see. So I've got buses heading that direction. And this is a new bus station. This is the small bus platform. It's a lot smaller, right? But this bus platform, it still lets 2 buses stop here, but it doesn't like necessarily, I think it's built in such a way to where you're supposed to align it with the road so that the road can go through it, but also turn in. So it's kind of the same as a regular bus stop. It does have the advantage of like 30 additional passenger support. So it will allow 30 additional passengers to stay, 230 maximum. And it says it's without a power supply, which probably means I put it too far away from a substation. Probably what it means, which is odd. This has power, but this does not. Wow, that must be just outside of range. What? Wait a minute. What did I do before recording? Oh, why do I keep breaking things? Hang on. I've done something. Now, wait a minute. Now you totally are connected. You're totally connected. So, what gives? I got blackouts happening right now? What? Only on that specific one? That doesn't make sense. You are really hauling ass though, dude. Like, this is a maxed out line right now. Yeah, I need to upgrade this pole. Oh yeah, this is maxed out right now. Okay, so let's upgrade this pole. We're gonna go into medium voltage, and I'm just gonna cancel these wires real quick. All the way back like this. Let's figure out where you're at. It's these green ones. I probably should just upgrade all of these, to be honest. I don't think there's really a point to, keeping them restricted when we're on nuclear power, but all right. So let's push this way. Is it here? And then it goes where these little blotches are, right? Where the snow is. So it would be here, and then this way, and then this way. Close enough. And then, nope, not quite. There. Pay for it. Upgraded. Now this can pull more power, hopefully. 1.9, 0.72. Okay, so it's got a slightly higher capacity. Should maybe take the load off of some of the other ones. And at this point, I think this has consistent power now. Yeah. So there was that line was just hamstringed. It was like, I want to do more, but I can't help the other sides, right? I can't help the other substations. These ones are pretty maxed out too. Lovely. Okay, So this is not supposed to be a managing power video. This is supposed to be... There's so much to do in this game, guys. Like, I have to just play a lot of it offline to make anything happen. Anyway, I got a lot of people living with their parents, okay? Total population right now, 2,900 people living with their parents, and this number is starting to drop, which I'm hoping means that my suspicions are correct and that the people getting on the buses are electing to stay in these houses. That's what I'm hoping happens, but I don't know if that's how this works or not, so I'm also kind of play testing that. The temperature here is really low. Oh, also we need some ambulances here. Just a few, like all, whatever, max it out. I don't think it really matters which ambulance you choose either. Like, just choose whatever one's the fastest one. They all have a 1 passenger capacity anyway. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. The temperature is too low in these buildings because of the heat's not done yet. The heating pipes are not quite finished yet. There's still a little bit to do on this line, looks like, to get this working. The pumps and stuff are complete over here by Kromkalash. This pump is complete, and then this line underneath the ground here is complete too. So it really just feeds into this bigger heat exchanger, but this heat exchanger is still not enough. 138%. So I'm still going to need another one. And I'm thinking the other one is going to be over here because I want to kind of start expanding this direction, if anything, to kind of bring these two sides somewhat closer together. And so we'll be expanding this direction, basically. And for that reason, kind of placing things in such a way that it can be used, yeah, here, like this. We'll put the heat exchanger, like, right about here, I think. Maybe on this side would work better. No, I need to take a good amount of load off of that other one, I think. So, well, we can always add another one. That's what I'm going to go with. So this is a full-size one, right? The 300. And we'll just put like a little gravel road there and pay for that. It's fine. So little cheap roads, I just pay for them and get it over with. That way the construction office can immediately start working on the building, as opposed to them needing to come out and do the road first and then the building can start. So these tiny little roads, I tend to pay for them just so things can get started. Now this is the View Cafe Bar 2. I already have one of these cafe bars right here, but I'm going to demolish this one. Bye. And the reason for that has to do with buses. We've got this bus station that's right over here, but I just realized, even though we have this big platform, there's nowhere for them to go. I have to have buses dropping people off at trolley stations, which they can totally do. Buses can use the trolley stations too, but the problem becomes, like, then the buses might interfere with the trolleys, and I kind of want a big terminal where people can stay. So I'm gonna put in another bus terminal, I think, right here. Sort of like, I have to step that road back, I guess. Yep. I'm gonna put a big bus terminal here that kind of goes in line with the other bus terminal. And if I can get it to be, ooh, I need to go in even more, looks like. Okay. So we're gonna get rid of, quit your snowing. Seriously, snow makes it harder to see what I'm doing. Quit snowing. Let's get rid of this line here. I think that's probably good. Okay. So let's see if we can put in, stop it, snow. So in some things, I like the snow, like this road. If you're gonna build a road, it's kind of nice because you get really good contrast. Though the rail line, same thing, really good contrast. But when you're building buildings or you're taking away paths that have snow on them, it's hard to see them. All right, this looks like it'll fit. And I think ideally I'd like it to connect directly to the road. And I'd like it to be really close in here. Like, I think that's gonna have to go. This little connection right here is gonna have to go, I think. So hopefully I can get this walking path to connect after this, because that walking path is a really important thing. If I don't connect that, then people over here, they can't walk straight through to get over here. They're gonna have to walk all the way around. It increases their walking distance a lot. So let's take, and where in the world did it go? There, right there. So we'll get this, and I want it to go in right, like, as close as I can over here. Right in here. Right, like, maybe I can do it, yeah. Right, like, come on. Oh, I guess I have to rotate it. Fine. There. Okay. I did that. Okay, now the road did not auto create, which probably means it was lying to me. Yeah. If I can get this to be just right, though. Sometimes you can get it anyway. There's like a little, there'll be like a little spot that's green, but it doesn't connect to one of these nodes. So that's not going to work. Bye. Sometimes it lies to you, and you have to really position it differently. Right like this. Still did it again, didn't it? It's not gonna connect. Yeah. No connections. All right, I'll have to play around with this position. Give me a second. All right, bus station's in. Looks good. It's hopefully gonna work good. So it's gonna be here. And yeah, that's kind of it. So I've been looking at this too, and I've intended to expand my rail network. I've said it in previous videos, but I think I'm gonna start that now because I don't think this heating plant over here, I mean, it could, I suppose it could provide enough heat for this area and that area, but I doubt it. There's a lot of buildings here. So I'm either going to need to add another heating plant, which I might do. There is an output for this coal, and it's a big coal storage, but this area was supposed to use coal for another purpose as well. So I think I'm going to need to expand coal storage on this side, and then if I do put another heating plant here, I'm basically just asking to spend a ton of money on, you know, piping underground and stuff. And I don't know, like, I guess I could spend the resources. That is the thing I'm doing over time, but, well, I don't know. Let's talk about this rail extension just for a little bit. So this rail is coming through here, and I've been tempted to make another bridge, but I want to make sure our shipping routes work before I start messing with that. So I'm going to leave this alone for now, but this is going to go that way, basically. So how I want this rail to work is it's going to go basically from this bridge, this really long rail. It's going to go from this bridge area, dart that direction, and go directly to Vraska. Basically, it's just a straight line to Vraska from here. That's a very long rail. It's going to take forever to build, and I am looking forward to my rail makers making it. So there's Vraska right there. We're going to have an electric railway that effectively just goes like this. It's just going to come down. Frame rates are going to get horrible for a little bit. I need to turn around and see the direction I'm going, though, because I really want to get kind of like directly to, well, I want to go directly as straight as possible. Looks like I can't do it any further than 3,000 meters, so I guess we'll go, I guess we'll have to turn around here. I want this to be straight. So probably about like 3,000 meters, right? So it's going to be about like here. Call that good for now. And then we want to keep coming again. So we're going to go this way, keep going all the way over like this. I know it's a very long rail, but it's going to be necessary. You're just going to have to trust me. I don't know if this is straight because I can't see it. It's too far away now. But I'm going to go ahead and believe that this is about as straight as we can be. So about there. How'd I do? Is it okay? Is it acceptable? Okay, so it kind of turns a little bit, but whatever. It's fine. I don't need it to be perfect, I guess. This rail then continues straight this way. And again, we want it to kind of be straight here. So let me just real quick. Oh, hi. Yeah, so I want this to go about like, well, it's going to have to go straight toward the K. Well, I guess it's the S because that's where the bridge is. So we're going to go like this all the way over here. And we'll eventually, now, how do I want to cross this? Because this is at this rail is at an angle. So I'm not entirely sure the proper way to merge into that because of that angle. Vraska's that way, so I think this is straight. I guess we'll just cross it like this for now. Let's see how that goes. I really do wish there was a little bit of an easier way to do this, but I understand. Look at that. That's pretty straight. I think that's awesome. Okay, and then this is going to, of course, head this direction. And we're going to start curving it a little bit because we have to get towards that bridge. But I'm going to leave it straight until it goes to about... probably about here. Yeah. So there's where the rail comes through here. And then I can't decide if I want to have it wrap around like this way and out to leave more room for city development, or if I should just cut through it, and then if the city goes this way, I can have like passengers and stuff and cargoes. Probably want to do it that way. So this is going to curve, because I think it is. There we go. Well, almost. There we go. There's a bit of a curve here, yep. And then it comes around. It's just coming over a bridge, so if you have a lot of speed, then you should be slowed anyway for that bridge. And then approaching this intersection, you should be slowing down anyway. So we'll bring it like this, and then I think we'll go straight like that. Yeah, and then this goes all the way and meets up with this. Okay, so this long rail connects Fedoristan and pretty much the entire rail network to Vraska. But it's also going to connect here, and it will also, as this rail is going to be, I've decided to expand this rail over and meet up with it over here too. So we're going to do that. And I'm hoping that by doing that, I can... well, I just want to have a lot of flexibility in this really wide open area to maybe do some massive farming. Because farming is this really interesting, unique sort of thing in this game where this is 5 million rubles to build this. It's kind of an interesting thing because it provides life to everyone, right? It provides food for everyone. Yet, the entirety of the workflow from sowing the fields to harvesting the crops to collecting the crops, none of that requires workers. It doesn't require it. So you can actually do all of this without, I don't think you need workers for this. You can have people come over here and manually work the fields, but if you have the equipment, then you don't need it. And so I can have this massive field of crops over there if I want to, and I can have trains going through with a big train yard and just pulling crops in all over the place, and I like that idea. But I also like the idea of just sort of serving as like this intersection where we could, get trains and people move into the border. That's also a NATO connection for a rail line. If I want to export something out that way, it could work. Okay, so yeah, I was going to talk about, I was hoping to do tourism today, right? And that's what I would like to do. My food train is here. It's delivered all the stuff, and it's been told to sit here until unloaded. So it's going to sit here a while, and it just kind of keeps it off the rail network for now. But it currently has 69 tons of alcohol and 49 tons of food on board. What it doesn't have on board is clothing. Clothing is another train. I have to find the other train. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Don't tell me you've been exporting this whole time, train. All right, I found it. Whew. I don't know why it's way over here. I guess it's because I didn't tell it which way to go, but... so this is the other field, or the other train that we were using before for food and stuff. And this one has clothes on it. So this one's job right now is to go over there where we're making clothes and bring them over here so that we can use them and distribute them and all that stuff. It's been doing that, but it's been difficult to do it, mostly because food train was sitting in here for a while and this thing didn't want to do it. And then on top of that, this was marked as a wait until fully unloaded. And it was sitting here with alcohol, and it couldn't unload it because it was full. I've done some shipping with alcohol with that over there now, and I've decided to send this train to the border to sell its goods. So I ended up selling that alcohol just to kind of get it off this train. But we have 47 tons worth of clothes on board. And this is a pretty good export. I mean, you see the money you can make from clothes is pretty good. So I'm gonna take this train right now, and it's gonna pull in here, and it's gonna drop off the clothing, which is important. And then it'll probably just sit here and wait. But I want to get another clothing operation started. I want to do that kind of. Still think I want to do that over here. And then I have to have a lot more crops, of course, and that's what's going to expand this way. So if I was going to do more crops, it's February 28th. If I was going to do more crops, I could do it over here and then have the distribution offices and the farms and everything kind of use it. But I don't have a road. I don't have a good road for these guys to use, though. Like, they can come up this way, and that's good. But it was never... This area wasn't designed to cross the tracks, so there's no road that goes that way. So they'd have to go all the way over here to do it. I might want to add a new road. I could connect this. Well, I mean, they already kind of are. They can dive through here. It's just going to add traffic to this area. But I suppose if I added a road, like... across... Ooh, yeah, like that. If I added a road like that, I honestly thought I was going to have to tear down electrical wires. Then I can get these guys into this area, right? And then once they're into this area, we can then make new fields over into this area here. So if I was to go and add a big field, not so big when it's way down here, isn't it? It doesn't look as big as it used to here. So if I add a field, let's say, I probably want to go right up against the water on this, I would think. I don't want to interfere too much with the gravel because I might still need to use that. Let's go up against the tracks. That way I have a definitive, like, this is my border kind of thing. So we'll go right up against this track. Right about, let's not get too close to the gravel. So I also probably want a rail coming through here with this gravel. I have to come back here. I have to do it a little bit further away. So we'll do it about, like, say... leave room for a track, just in case. Go about here. And then right up against that, like... that. And then right up against that, like... this, almost. Got it. And then that's going to do it for there. So those 3 big fields. And then on this side, we can do another big field... here. If I do a field here, it's going to cut into it a little bit on that side with the water the way it is. I've got 1.8 million. I suppose I could level the terrain here just to give me room for that crop. It's kind of a gamey way to do it, but I can do it. It does work. And it's giving it to me for free because the excavators are available. But now I should be able to do this. Yeah. I think it has to... There's still a little bit of yellow there. I'm wondering if that's going to interfere at all. Let me just take an average this just a little bit better. So I start where the field I know is good, and then I just sort of go slow. There's 2 different leveling modes. There's an average mode, and then there's the level it with the center. And that center is a moving center. So if you move slowly, you can get it all to be totally level for you. So you kind of move it about like this. And then we place a crop field here. That looks like it's going to fit nicely. Yep. And then this one's going to be medium fields. So we'll have a medium field be, think about like this. Right up against here. So 1, 2, need flat terrain. Oh, interesting. This isn't flat now? All right, hang on. Are you flat enough now? I guess I have to raise it. It's too low, I guess. There we go. Medium field here. So 2 medium fields, and then we'll just connect them up with roads, and this is just adding extra crops to the mess. So come over here like this with this road, and again, I don't know about the gravel. I don't know what we're going to do with this gravel situation, so I'm tempted to actually come a little bit further away. This road is supposed to come straight across, but I don't think I can. Well, it does allow it. It does allow it. Yep, it will. Okay. This road's going to come straight across, and then it curves in like so. Runs straight this way, and will eventually be the connecting point for these fields. So we'll end up with basically something like this. Build it, build it. Dirt road, dirt road, dirt road, dirt road, dirt road. And then this road can, I guess, come straight. I don't want to come straight across because I know I'm going to have gravel here. So I kind of want to wait. But I have enough time and there's enough machinery to do this. Even if it means it has to come all the way out here to do it, there's still enough time to do that. So I'm going to let this build. I doubt we're going to work these fields this year because the roads have to build and there's a lot of construction. But we're just expanding fields out this way now. In Duceni Fields and Duceni Farms, yeah. Okay, should we turn the tourist stuff on? I'm not distracted. All of the stuff needs to be done. It has to be done anyway. There's no way to, you have to do it anyway. But we do have staff. 4 staff here. There's 7 staff in this hotel. We are getting some staff, and that's because of those buses bringing in workers from over here. We have a lot of people that can work here. I think in order to really satisfy that, though, I got to get people out of their parents' basements. There's 3,000 people that are waiting in their parents' basement. They're lurking in the shadows. I'm only kidding because, I work out of my basement. So, it's my basement, not my mom's basement, but I work out of my basement. So, I can say things like this. The problem with adding a house over here, and I was going to do it, but the problem with doing it is that I have to really... You have to be able to get to this, right? All the homes have to get to that shopping center. And in addition, we have a lot of people over here that are jobless right now. 103 workers without a job. And it's only because they can't quite reach that train station. But there's, there is a little bit of jobs in here, but for the most part, they can't reach that train station. So I've been wanting them to work in the television station instead. And some of them do, and most of them don't. So, because a lot of people are working there already. So I got to expand homes, but I also want to get another train moving in here. And if I was to get to do it, it would most likely be coming off of this line. So it would be coming through here, right? For a passenger train station. And then, we'd have it go both directions. There'd be a little bit of a cross here, but this intersection is really difficult to navigate because I can't have 2 tracks here, and I really do want 2 tracks here. So most likely what's going to happen is this indoor pool is going to move. It's going to shift to be on this side away from this. I can tear these roads down, draw the rails, and then redraw the roads so that I can have 2 lanes through here because it's just kind of crowded having this. These are just long enough for the food train to wait at the signal and clear and not get in the way of a passing train. But it doesn't even need that because once it goes here and it's chained, if this train goes through completely and it, goes through this signal completely, then this train starts edging forward a little bit and then this one can clear it easilier. Easilier? Oh yeah, baby, easilier. My son said that and now I said it too. Great. Awesome. I gotta expand this. Let me look at this and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got this thing cleared out now. This indoor pool, I shifted it to here. It actually could fit in that little gap that was there, so I've got it in there. The problem with trains crossing roads is that you have to do it. There's a minimum angle that you need, and if it's too acute, if you will, if it's too much slanted like this, it won't work. You have to increase that angle, and then it will cross. And so what works for one track doesn't necessarily work for the other one because they're on the outside. There's a different angle for both tracks. So I need to kind of find that minimum of where this can cross and then go a little bit more extreme to allow the other track to work too, because I have to also provide clearance for this one. So now it will kind of almost, not quite. So you run into problems with when you're doing 2 tracks next to each other and trying to get them to both kind of cross. So just if you're playing this yourself, you're going to learn this all by yourself too. But you kind of have to, if you think you're wide enough, go wider, basically. There we go. And it works. Okay. So this one's going to cross there and then it goes there and there. And this will give us 2 tracks on this side, a lot less train conflicts. And I'm hoping because I went out away from the road that it's going to let me connect this one too. And it just doesn't seem to want to. If I back this up a little bit more, will you do it? Yes. Okay. Okay, so I've got that done. This is going to work. I can probably put a house here. It looks like there's enough room for it. let's go ahead and build that with rubles to get the road connected again. And I need the rail connected because there's traffic going through there, students and all that stuff. So I'm going to build that too. So these 2 tracks are done. The rail system's been corrected. And this also, I also had to get rid of the gravel road too. So I should probably reconnect that. Can I not have snapping just for a second? Can you, yeah, about here. And then if I near snap you again, yeah, now you'll do that and that. That's what I want. Go ahead and build it. Okay. These are all connected again. Nice. Okay, so indoor pool got moved to here, and they can still work there, I assume. Well, no, they can't because I didn't do the walking paths yet, so get that fixed. There and there should take care of the walking path issue. It's also going to let a lot of these guys use it since we didn't, I don't think we had enough. I mean, all these people using that one pool, I don't think it was enough. So that should let them come in and work at it if they want to. We'll give these guys just a little bit closer. Yeah, it is because they didn't have a connection to this at all. So now it's definitely closer. Cool. Now they can walk over here if they want to. We'll get rid of this walking path. We'll get rid of this walking path. And if I can fit a house here, probably a good idea. I could also fit, like, I don't know, something touristy. I think temperature... I don't think the Ferris wheel works with temperature. Does it? It's 1C. Let me see. If I come all the way over to Chernobyl, which has the completed Ferris wheel, are people using it? Yeah, it's closed to bad weather. Okay, so in the cold, also during a nuclear fallout, probably doesn't work. Probably. I assume. I don't have any personal experience to verify whether it does or not, but I assume. I should probably look at the signals here really quick. So this is a big blue zone, and I think if I can just create an extra couple of zones here, because we can. I think so. Just an extra couple of zones. Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, that's probably not a good idea if I want to have the train station come this way. Let's lay out the houses, and then I'll know. So if I take and... I just like these big flats with 189 workers. If I put you, let's say, here, and then there, and then there, and then here, and then here, and we just do this. Yep. Lots and lots of workers. I need to leave a little bit of a gap between some of these so that the walk spaces, right? We have to have walk spaces that go between these so people can share. Let's hold off on adding any more of this direction. I've got a plan for this area. So then back behind this, we have things like the school and, you know, kindergartens and schools and all sorts of things behind these. So we'll go about, let's say, here with a kindergarten. Oh my gosh, I'm building these all with rubles. That's not what I want to do. Hang on, let me cancel these and start constructions. Okay, now we're building them the correct way. With resources, of course. I need a school. We'll probably have two of those. I mean, we're going to have a kindergarten and a school for both, but we'll have a school be right up next to this, I guess. Right about here, I guess. Yeah, that should be fine. We have indoor pool stuff is kind of here. I think that's probably good already, and maybe I'll leave a little space in the middle for this, but the big thing that needs to happen in here is we need a train station. And I need it to be close enough to where, like, all of this stuff can work, right? So it kind of has to be the same workflow as this. Directly behind the houses, I think, is where we needed it. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Directly behind the houses, then the train station and rail, then the rest of these buildings. Okay, so I messed that up. So it's okay, I've only placed 2 buildings. So let's do this, and then we'll have the train platform here for 1,500 passengers. Got to be right in the middle, and there's a little gap right here that, well, actually the gap will be on this side. We'll have the road connection be on this side. So right about here, I think, is where I want this. It needs to be close enough for these guys to reach it, and I think this is. So right about like that. Let's draw walking paths to see if this will work really well. Looks good. Yep. And then I'll put this down. No. Well, let's make this a little bit tighter. Put this straight across. Yeah, right here, straight across like that. Then straight down, and then these can all connect to this instead. As long, well, now you have to connect to that, so that's probably too close. Hang on. You gotta do the thing, how it matters. Let's just draw this again. Okay, that should be far enough away. So connected, 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 and then this comes down and connects like that. So everything that's over here can connect up to there, and they can reach the train station. We can also bring this walking path straight down, and we'll bring this one over like that too. This walking path can come... I thought it could. Is it power lines doing it? Maybe. If I go across like that, will you work? Yeah, like that. Good. We can have you guys come straight across, and then you can meet up with a line that's going to wrap kind of like this. Yep. So we're just allowing all of these guys to utilize any train station they want, but primarily we want to allow these guys to access a train station. And I think this one is closer for them than this one is. I think. I don't know. I know that this house can reach this, and this house can reach this, and this one can reach this, but these three on the outside cannot. And also this one here I think cannot, but this one can. It's weird. So anyway, as long as these guys can reach that, then we're good. And I won't know that necessarily until the walking paths are built. So 51,000 rubles in walking paths, go. And let's see if this is close enough. And it is not close enough for that one. 368 there. Okay, so is there anything I can do to improve that? This house is just really... I feel like what I need to do is just tell these two homes, or these two homes, work at the TV station. Like, that's all you do. You just work there. That's the only thing. That's the only place you work. It doesn't matter. No matter what, you work there. Everyone else work at one of the train stations. Like, that, I feel like that just needs to be manually designated because these guys are just a little bit too far away. I might get away with it, though, if I had a walk path. Let's try this walk path here. If I put a walk path... Let's say from here to, well, actually, this is not a sidewalk road. I think that would actually make a difference because walking speed going from 95 to 115%, it does change things a little bit. I think so. I'm gonna ruble this too just to see. We'll put this all the way over. At least this far. I'm not sure it's necessary to go any further than that, so we'll see. But yeah, I think that'll make a difference. How far they can walk. So now can you reach it? You still can't. Well. Oh, hang on. That's gonna make a difference too. This walking path right here. That'll make a difference too. I bet you can reach it now. I don't know about you guys. If I go... Can I cut through here? Yeah. That. And like that and like that. Can you guys reach it now? I'm curious. Oh, you're not connected there anyway. I need you connected. Hang on. Connect. I can't. That would be why. Can I go, if I go straight across, like that, is that far enough away? Yep. And is it necessary to connect that? I'm gonna go with no. Mostly it's necessary to go there. All right, tell me you can reach this, please. Please? Please? Why? Why, Mom? They're picking on me. I mean, it's like, it's gotta be so close, right? It has to be. It's gotta be so close. Should I go over more? Can you reach this side? Yeah, that's 380 meters though. I don't think I want to go any further away than that. So I think that's gonna be fine. We're just gonna have those two dedicated to the TV station, and that's it. Okay, so on this side, let's build this whole thing out. I'm gonna do this really quick. I'll be right back. All right, so I've got some of the roads upgraded. They have streets and stuff now. The train station, I accidentally, but I just kind of said, as it was building itself, I just kind of said, well, okay. The rail line is in. I've added some signals and stuff to kind of give us that intersection that we like to see. This one's backed up a little bit more. Typically, you'd see just the separate signal would be the intersection part itself. But I've backed this one up to where the chain is way back here, just so that the train doesn't interfere with these two roads. So the train will ultimately just kind of wait. And I think I'm actually going to move it up to be just a little bit closer to here instead. There we go. So give it a little bit more room, but like it's going to stop before the roads so it doesn't interfere with them. At least that's my hope anyway. And then, so this is all merging in this way. So now that I've laid this in, I kind of wanted to wait until that rail was in to see where this would connect. Now that will connect just fine. There we go. And we got that all situated. This, I still might do something with right here. So I'm not sure about maybe putting in a walkway or anything like that. I don't think that's necessary, but we can at least go down like that, I suppose. Give them access to that. Okay, so now we need schools and all that stuff. And yeah, kids can cross the tracks to go to school. This rail is going to go, take it off of buying it. This rail is going to go this direction. So we're just going to reserve this space about here before we start curving, probably. Reserve this space, and then it's going to curve up depending on... Yeah, I'm going to have to move all these electrical wires to give me the right angle there. But... You see what I'm saying? It's going to curve into this and into this, and then this becomes the loop, right? The idea is to get loops. Anywhere you can, get loops. And the reason is you can eliminate a lot of train conflicts that way. So you guys probably don't see it because I haven't really showed it yet, but I'm always making iterations. I'm always making changes to the train grid and the train network and all that stuff. My passenger trains are all moving the same way. Everything moves clockwise. Everyone's moving around the same direction in a timed, orderly manner. There are two trains that are running opposite, and that is the one that takes people from here to here. I've opted not to have it come through this area at all, so it's just going to come like this. There is a slight asterisk to this. When you make a waypoint, the waypoint system that I talked about, I think it was level 49 or whatever, the waypoint thing doesn't always work, okay? And the reason is if there's multiple ways to get to a waypoint, the train may still choose to go to wherever that multiple way is. What is this? Is this accessible? This is not the way I built this. It's being weird. I might have to rebuild that. That is not how I rebuilt it. I don't understand why that's that way. In any case, if there's multiple ways to reach a waypoint, the train may go a completely different direction that you don't expect to go and get that waypoint. So there's chances it won't work, but ultimately I do make iterations sometimes with my train network to kind of get them to go around the same direction to prevent conflicts. And so that's kind of what we're doing there. But if I can create a loop, then great. I can have trains go the same direction on that loop. And then cargo trains, if they're coming through that area, they can go the opposite direction in that loop. And then they won't necessarily conflict. The issue with that, though, is with the trains and the bridges and stuff. That is an area where conflict can happen. This train, for example, is going the opposite direction, but it's coming from Escatambula. So I don't have a way for trains coming from Escatambula to turn and go this way and then go around all of this and get into this loop to drop people off over here. That's silly. So they are going straight through. But yeah, anyway, I'm doing that as we go. So let me expand this a little bit more, build this out, and then we'll be right back. All right, so the plans are mostly done. Houses, of course, along this side, train station, rails that go that way. And then we've got the schools, kindergartens, the indoor pools, and the pubs on the end over here, all connected up to roads with streets. Instead of having a walking path that brings people into this, I've opted to instead just use the path or the road with streets. It's a little bit faster, and it does give us a road connection on both sides in case I want buses and stuff to come through. So we've got all that stuff done. I will have a difficult time connecting this road to this because of how close this rail is, but thankfully this is easy to correct. I can just redraw it and have it kind of gradually go that direction instead, and then we're connected up. So I can still do that pretty easily. I need a shopping center in here. I think these guys can most likely go to this one. Yeah, I mean, Maybe I don't need it yet. Maybe I don't need it yet. The problem I have with this shopping center is that there's no warehouse for it. So while this one here has a big supply of leftovers, well, it doesn't actually. No, it doesn't. Also, this one is still buying electronics. Wait, why doesn't this have food? Hang on. Why don't you have food? There's tons of food in here. What's going on? Distribution? Hey, what are you doing? Do you not know how this works or what? Maybe I need a second one. Maybe I don't have enough trucks to do this. They might just be eating it completely, like, might be eating it too fast. Because we're still buying food here. Whoa. That's worrisome, actually. I need to look at that. The electronics, we should not be buying this. We should be pumping it into here. There's 20 tons of it in here, so I don't know why I'm still buying electronics. Goodbye. We should be pulling it out of this. And then the electronics are, of course, being made over here, so if we could just pull them out of there. I need to look at my distribution. That's something that's like an entire video to look at distribution. Like that's a big thing, but it's really important. And I probably will dedicate a whole video to nothing but just looking at distribution and trying to finalize it and getting it ready to go. Probably. Anyway, so we've got all this done. I was going to put a shopping center here, but now I'm thinking I'm going to wait because I think these guys can easily shop at this one. We have enough, we certainly have enough room for shoppers, I would think, to accommodate that. If we don't, I can build it right over here, and I'll give this one a warehouse. That'll make it a little bit easier there for my distribution network. I think I do. I think I need more trucks for this. At least give me one more covered. This is the MZ504. At least give me one more of these, because I feel like we don't have enough, you know? Like, this truck should be leaving right now to go do this. It might be in my best interest to have redo the road. This is a really popular road, though, a really busy road. Redo the road and have a road cargo station loaded in here, and then have maybe like a, I don't know, wait until empty kind of thing happen in here. I don't know. Wait until unloaded thing. Tons of clothes in this. We've basically delivered all of our clothes there. You know, we still have some clothes. This one's buying everything right now. Okay, I gotta look at that. I haven't even turned that off yet. So that's another video for another day, I guess. I really wanted to get tourism going today, man. Jeez, did I want this. I have people working in the hotels, so I think pending that, we should be all right. And then this train is delivering all the goods there. I think we're okay. Let's do this. So let's do this for the end of the video. End of the video. I mean, I probably put a plane or something in the thumbnail, so I don't want to be clickbaity. Gotta at least have it there, right? Temperature's too low. Whatever. It'll heat up. Once we get the piping and stuff done, it'll heat up. So for the airport, we got all of these landing pads, lots and lots of planes at one time. We could totally accommodate that. We also have them over there, but you cannot buy planes. Buy planes, get it? You can't buy planes, especially biplanes, on these. You have to have a separate one. So that's what this is for. This parking spot, its only job is to buy planes. And it's the biggest one so that I have flexibility in buying whatever I want. So, buy new vehicle or mechanism. We've got three primary options for passengers. We have the TU4. Oh, sorry, it's the. Well, okay. These ones are options too, I guess. But did I get one of them removed? No, it's these three. Yeah. Okay. We have the Yak 42. Okay. Yak 42, 120 passengers, travels 810. It's the slowest one of the ones that I'm considering. We have the TU 145. 164 passengers, 950 kilometers an hour. It's a little bit more pricey, okay? And every month that passes, it gets more expensive. So let's pause it. Because when I was looking at this earlier, it was 1.3. Now it's 1.4. And then we've got this one. Now, it doesn't have the passengers as this one does. It's 150. However, the speed difference is significant. From 950 kilometers an hour to 2150 kilometers per hour. However, this is a tourism plane. It's passengers. We're going to have many of them coming in. I don't really care how fast it is, to be honest. So I'm going to get the TU-154 to start things off. 164 passengers is pretty nice. So that's going to be our first plane. Yay, first plane! First plane! Now what's this plane going to do? Well, The plane is going to need to refuel, which I don't think I have a good way of refueling this. Is there a pipe connection for this? I never even looked at that. There is. Okay, that's how I have to fuel my planes. So if I can bring fuel right directly into here, then these planes can refuel themselves. So I'm going to need... Didn't even think about this ahead of time. Should have. Didn't. We're gonna do... I think probably here is a reserve tank, right about here. Yeah, and then we're going to have to get piping to be brought all the way over here from over there and bring it over here. Or I could just, instead of the piping, I could just have a bunch of trucks do it. I think that's probably what I'm going to do, because that piping is like probably 1.8 million of pipes underground, maybe even more than that. It might even be $3 million worth of pipes. And I'm going to need 2 pumps on the way in, so that's even more money. Or I just buy a couple of 50K trucks and have them bring it over here, since we don't have all that many planes, and that's obviously going to be better. Okay, we're going to do that instead. For that reason, maybe we don't need them to cross the train tracks. Maybe we don't need them to cross the train tracks. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I got a better idea. Yeah. Let's do one of these fuel loading and unloading things, huh? And we'll put this right over here. I could do it here, actually. Then they don't have to come into the airport area at all. I could just do it over here. Why not? Yeah, we can just do it right here. Right like this. So not trains. We'll have the trucks come over this way, and they're just going to bring fuel here. That fuel will get unloaded. Sorry, loaded, I guess. Into here. We'll go about like that, I guess. This can be a dirt road. No big deal. This doesn't need to be a fancy road either. I think it's going to make a trolley road here, and I don't want that. So we'll just get like a regular old paved road. It's fine. And then we'll take the pipes. This is going to save us a lot of money in doing it this way. We'll take this pipe and wrap it around and plug it in there. And then this pipe will come over and plug in there, which I have to go a little bit lower to get underneath the infrastructure first, I think, here. Yep. And then through. This is 229,000. Oh yeah, that's like $5 million worth of pipes and pumps. Like, this is gonna save us a ton of money. I'm gonna build it, and I'm just gonna build this, and I'm gonna build this, and then we're gonna have fuel brought over to here, and the trucks can just load it up right here. It's a lot faster to unload fuel here, and you could do two trucks at once to unload fuel here. So this is gonna help us a lot with refueling planes. Okay, so this is going to store fuel. Just make sure I designate it, I guess. And then we're going to need a couple of vehicles. And we're going to have, let's say, We're going to have cisterns, oil tankers. You can haul a lot of fuel. Let's say 16 tons. I don't know. What are we going to get? I'm going to keep making that joke. Hey, this is cool. 95 kilometers an hour with 16 tons of fuel. These are the same, but why is this one so much more expensive? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to buy that one. That doesn't make sense. Yep, we're going to do the 16 tons. Let's do at least 2 for now. And if we need more, then cool. Your route, should you choose to accept it, is to grab fuel from here. And you're going to unload it here. There you go. Unload, fuel, wait until unloaded. Go. And you're going to do the same thing. This truck's going to do the same thing. So probably should just copy the route. That train's waiting too long. That one was supposed to wait till it's unloaded, and then it probably is waiting now because of the fuel train. So it will be on its way when the fuel train is on its way, probably. I'm down to 50 grand now. Isn't that nice? I want your route copied to this truck, please. Cool. Awesome. Great. Go. So now we'll have fuel just trucked over here. That's not a big deal. Whatever. Just truck it over here. Not here. Here. Yeah, truck it over here. And then this will be able to access it, and everything will be fine. Cool. Plane. You have a little bit of fuel left, but you need to refuel. So you're probably not going to take off until you do. But this has 2 routes that you could take. Two things you could do here. You could say you want multiple stops. So, for example, I could say this station to that station, whatever other airport I have, right? Or I could say you can have a new stop beyond the borders of Soviet countries or beyond the borders of Western countries. And then the plane will just fly to some undisclosed location, probably some secret underground lair where evil tourists lie. And then they can come and bring us, the plane will then come back and bring us the tourists that are on the plane, refuel itself, and then go off and do it over and over and over again. And that's just what will happen. So that's what this one's going to do. We're going to have it bring us, I don't know, some Westerners. Do the Westerners pay us in dollars? Because I would really like some rubles. I think I'm going to go ahead and have you stop at the outside the border. And then now, if I want to sell this plane later, the best way to do it is just tell it to go to the border and then don't come back, and it will just sell it. But that's another day in that area over there. Wink, wink. Spoiler alert. And then this new stop will be here. So what we end up with, right, is basically tourists. We only have 2 of them. Great. We need these 2 tourists to give us really good ratings so that more tourists will be interested. Yeah, that's what we really need. So this is going to be, this is a passenger plane, 4 passengers. We could also, I don't know what the button is. Is it this? Yes. So this plane, in addition to being a passenger plane, we could switch it to a cargo plane if we wanted to with this button here. And then it will accommodate cargo and not passengers. So you can do one or the other, and you can flippy flop them if you want to repurpose a plane for something else. Okay, I think I like this just the way it is. I don't think I need to do anything else. So this plane can go right now, and then I need a trolley to bring them over, don't I? So hang on, before we send that plane on its way, let's get that trolley up. We got lots of different trolley stations, and we have the road all electrified and ready to go, but we just don't have the trolleys. So that's going to be right here, trolley bus depot. And I'm going to place this. Well, I should probably place it within range of a power source, like that substation there. Yeah, I'm going to place it over here. And I'm going to go kind of on the corner, I think. So we can go either way at once, any way at once. Nah. Actually, right here. You know what? Yeah, right here. The train line wraps around it. I like it. Build this. And I'm going to build it with rubles if it lets me. 71,000. Yikes. Let's build it with dollars. All right, here we go. All right. Trolley bus depot. Of course, this is a trolley road because the depot needs to... You know, I'm going to let it go because it's already mostly built. But I was thinking I need maybe a little bit longer road. You know, kind of give it some room to come out. But I don't think that's necessary. There's a lot of parking spots in here, too. It can just park in here until it's ready to leave. So we need to buy a vehicle or mechanism, and I'm out of money, so give me a second. Where is my fuel train? Fuel train? Fuel train? Hi. Are you almost done? You are so close. I am going to send you on your way so you can get me the money that I deserve. Now, what are you saying you're waiting too long for? Oh, you're the wrong train. Oh, I think this train is the other one. Hang on. This one is waiting here. At least it was waiting here until it was now able to go. Yep. It's able to go now. No big deal. Okay, forget it. Yep. So I'm just waiting for all that to happen. And then the trolley, I guess I could maybe buy it with 90 passengers on this one. 94,000. What are the options for the other ones that we can do? 90 passengers. Actually, 90 passengers seems like the best one. Whoa. Hang on. 65, 75, 82 kilometers. What does the Americans have? 100 kilometers and 90 passengers. This is the best one to do. We're going to get 2 of these. Oh, yeah. We're going to get 2 of these. Absolutely. All right, 2 trolleys. We bought them from the Americans. Actually, it was from the Germans, but whatever. We're going to take and make a new stop. Your stop is from here, and you go all the way to here. And then you come around to here. Then you're going to whip yourself around to here. Then you're going to go... well, I actually didn't do this in a sensible way, did I? Yeah, I did. You're going to go here, and then you wrap around to here, and then you come around, and you come back over. I don't know if this really matters, but we're just going to have it do that. We don't even need to do that. It's gonna... That's part of the line already. We're just going to have it go around in circles, okay? So there you go. That's your route, and we're going to copy that route to the other one because we can, okay? So go. Trolley, go. I want to see you run. 90 kilometers, man. And it's an electric, it's just an electric vehicle. It just goes on the track. It's like a little train on the road doing its thing. Yeah. I think this one, we're not going to have all these different stops. I've changed my mind again. Isn't that nice? We're going to have you stop here and then just go here. And that's going to be your only stop. We're just going to have you go back and forth between those two because the planes and stuff going to come back and everything. So go. That's your stop. And now the plane, you can go. Bye. Ooh, hang on. First stop is unreachable from current vehicle position. Control tower is not enough workers. Oh, we need workers in the control tower. Oh no. I didn't know that. I mean, I feel like I knew it, you know, like I feel like at some point deep down I knew this. Okay, that's fine. We'll have people bus in. No big deal. There's a bus station here, right? We'll get them bussing in. We'll just, you know, have a dedicated bus for our air traffic controllers. Oh boy, I'm gonna take care of that. Bus routes and all that stuff for the planes. And then that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate you guys. If you liked the video, I hope you know what to do. You can subscribe if you haven't already. I didn't completely clickbait you. There is a plane on the landing pad. It just simply has nobody to tell it where to go. Oh no. Money's going back up now though. That's good. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.